So this is the third video in a series. It's a standalone woman doing a podcast. In this one, I show a couple of different versions of it, but in the same video that you probably have seen online. So first I will show you the video that I created.
Welcome to the Rebecca podcast, where we talk about news from around the world. Today in our first bit of news, we'll be talking about the death of the Pope. He received the news on saying farewell to the Pope Francis. His funeral. Tens of thousands of people flocked to the Vatican, sadly, for the funeral of Pope Francis. Died earlier the week of age 88. He was ill just before as well, which I was surprised that he died just because they said he was getting better. I thought that maybe he would. But now he's obviously passed. Some pictures, world leaders, politicians turning up. Here's a bit of a video. In other news, there was an attack in Vancouver. 11 killed in vehicle attack, including a child, which is really sad. He's been charged with 8 counts of second-degree murder, and the investigators have ruled out terrorism as a motive and said Lowe has a history of mental health issues. Used a black SUV and struck a large group of people on a day block party named after the national hero of the Philippines. Probably should be hearing more about that in the next couple of weeks. Sex offenders to be denied refuge status under plans to improve women's safety. The government says proposals would improve safety for women and girls while clamping down on illegal migration. Migrants convicted of sex offences in the UK or overseas will be unable to claim asylum under government plans to change the law to improve border security. Sounds pretty good. I think it's a good idea by the government. Thank you for tuning in to the Rebecca podcast. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll be back in the future with some more news.
So yeah, in this video, in the first half, I had it so that she was reading from a news article, just as you may have seen online, on like some YouTube videos. And then in the second half, she was down in the corner, which you may have also seen. And so I will show how I created these using DaVinci Resolve. Here we are again in Kling. This is the model I went with for this video. I did originally try to create this one for a different video I was going to create. And so I left it, but then I went back to it because I thought it was good for this type of video I was using. So I feel I've got a European woman on a podcast, eyes open, brunette, pretty red vest, mic, bot built a view from the left side. And so you know how to create images. So I'll go over the process again, but it's the same as in the last video. So once you have your image, you know what to do next. You go over to Runway, your video down there, yourself up there, and then you'll be ready to move on to the next part. So when you're creating your Runway video, prior to doing that, I would recommend that when you put a news article on the web page, that when you screen record it, you can talk along and move the mouse along with the words. And then when you create your Runway video, you can have it on the screen playing and you can be reading along and talking while looking at it. That way your eyes are moving on the screen, and so when you come to create the circular version down in the right hand side, the eye movement and will go along with the video, and you can keep up with the words on the page as well, which makes it seem real. So I used ChatGPT to create the banner or the intro for the video. Pretty good. I went with a GTA style. This is where I also created the Brian O'Reilly Uncensored logo as well. In order to get the sound effects, I'm pretty sure I used 11 Labs. I just can't remember how I created the sound. Pretty sure I may have used sound effects, and you can describe the sound you want, generate it. You can play around until you get the sound that you want. This is a DaVinci Resolve, my video editor. As you can see, this is the intro, and then I'll go into the articles talking about them, and they've been screen recorded, as you can see, pretty straightforward. And then I'll just stack them next to each other. 11 elevs down there, and here this one's a bit different, is in I put the person in the corner. I could probably maybe give you a demonstration of how I've done that. Came down to Fusion and then click on this circular one, and then if you come back you can see she's in the circular position here, and then you can just make it smaller by zooming out, and you can change the position and sort of anywhere you want. And so that's probably it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.